Hello everybody, so this is my Necromantic showcase where I'm going to go a bit more in depth with like this tactics and stuff, and obviously show off the new models and animations a little bit. You've got these icons here. I don't really like them very much, apart from this one's kind of alright and this one's kind of alright. The alright, this is okay, isn't it? Green, go green. And obviously the danger zone is always my stadium. Okay, no, I don't want to do this. I was going to do this to see what they made, but Squirrel Dude told me that they make not terrible teams, but not great. So there you go. He's got 3 heads. I don't like this one. Get two Necros in this, just there's more chance of seeing their animations. I don't like this head, but I like the other 2. And obviously 2 of these. Whites are unchanged. Ghouls have a new head. There you go. And obviously fill it up with zombies and get a couple of rerolls. So this is like the long-term build here of the two dogs, like all 6 regen positionals, so that you've got, you know, you can really build well for the future there. Yeah. So but mainly the thing is, we all know what ghouls look like animation wise and everything. Is the open ladder series 1, is this running? Can this be competitive? I don't know. I guess it is. No, it's not, because I've got to register here. No, it's not running yet. They're invitation only, right? I did it the wrong way, because Cyanide's UI is so not dead boring. No, they are definitely more interesting than Undead. Cyanide's UI is so what's the word? Intuitive. Right, so let's have a look and see what the things that I missed were. Oh yeah, I didn't say that if you start with 1 wolf and 1 ghoul with 3 rerolls, then I generally like to get block on a werewolf before I get the second one. I did miss that. Oh, and I also should have talked about they're one of the best teams for leagues because of their star player point retention. That's why I don't like Wood Elves and stuff so much for leagues, because they can get their team destroyed, whereas Dark Elves tend to not get their team destroyed in leagues. And yeah, the star player access is great for leagues, because if you have like miss next games, you get Cheney. And it also makes them great for TV matching, because if you get a horrible matchup, you can have Cheney and a wizard. And they've also got Hack and Slash, J. Elias, Setek, the Count, and Ramtut. Well, the Count, Count Luther von Drachenberg, and Ramtut the Third. On Bloodbowl 2, you don't get Hack and Slash or J. Elias. No, you do. You don't get Hack and Slash or Setek. I didn't mention doubles on a ghoul, which I always take guard. It used to be Mighty Blow was recommended, but because they're movement 7, they could hit and run. But obviously now that you've got piling on Mighty Blow for your whites, there's no need to do it. No need to take that and have them as your like mobile blitzer type man. So yeah, exactly, bleeding hippie. Yeah. Which is statistically better, 2 Fan Factor coaches and a cheerleader. Compared to 0 Fan Factor, 2 Fan Factor is probably better. But eventually you're going to stabilize at the same Fan Factor you would get without paying for that. So long term. And then also, once you're at like Fan Factor 12 or something, you'd rather have an assistant cheerleader and a coach than have started with 2 Fan Factor. But basically, there's a common undead starting build for tournaments, like tabletop tournaments, where you have 30k left over, and statistically 3 Fan Factor is better than 1 of each. That's what I got told by somebody who did maths. So 2 Fan Factor would definitely be better than a coach assistant cheerleader. I'm pretty sure it would be statistically better. So yeah. Right, so there you go. That's those things that I missed from the video covered anyway, and I don't know, Necromantic, they're not really great at low TV, they're really not, but they're not bad, they're not like Chaos bad, but they're definitely worse than like, you know, the good teams like Undead and Wood Elves, to an extent, Dark Elves. I guess Necromantic and Undead are a bit like High Elves and Dark Elves, aren't they? One peters out a little bit, whereas the other gets better. But then the problem is keeping your skilled up werewolves alive and keeping your skilled up flesh golems alive and all that sort of thing. So they're not as bad as High Elves early, and Undead are probably better than Dark Elves early, but it's kind of the same thing. But someone asks what the counter to Necromantic's was as well, and it's basically any elf team, because elves, you know, can just run around, and although they do have some mobile players, they also have very immobile players, and their claw isn't so good against elves, and they don't have the raw power of mummies destroying everybody. You know, mummies are unbelievable, far better than flesh golems as a starting player. Once the fleshies get blodge, stand firm, guard, obviously they start with stand firm, but blodge, stand firm is obviously much better, or even block, stand firm is much better. Okay, so again, we kind of expected the mirror match. Let's see what he's got. He's got 2 rerolls. He's got exactly the same team. Okay, exactly the same team. So it's an absolute exact mirror match. So this is a shame. I'm sure the other showcases will be better, because they will be like, you know, against a random team. Maybe I should have done it against like Fashbinder or something, so that it was, you know, it was against a different team. So maybe it'd be a bit more interesting. And against a good coach, we don't know if this guy could be really good or really terrible. He could just concede after like 3 turns or something. So it's, you know, it's a bit of potluck. Yeah, stand firm can be very useful. It's overcosted to start with, isn't it? Like Thick Skull can be pretty good, but you don't have to pay TV for it. And Regen's pretty good, but you don't have to pay TV for it. So, because at low TV, they're not going to get their arm broken much, because they're armor 9. So at low TV, the Thick Skull and Regen isn't so useful. But it's more useful in like a league situation, and at higher TV when people get Mighty Blow to break their armor more. So they really do shine once they've got block, dodge, stand firm, or just block, stand firm. They get really fucking annoying. And yeah, against elves they are good. And if you can, against anyone, if you can get them into their cage, then obviously it makes their cage pretty. They've got to dodge away, haven't they? So they are really good players. I think they're a touch too big, but they look about the same size as mummies, don't they? At a glance, I mean, I don't know. I would have liked to have played against mummies actually and see which is bigger. I think they're pretty much too big for strength 4. I think the werewolves look good, but because they're a reskin Cheney's strength 4, so they do look a little bit big, but that's okay because they're great players, aren't they? So if they look a bit big, I can live with that. Should have had catch. I liked it when werewolves had catch, but they didn't have regen, which was obviously ludicrous. Yeah, it's amazing how annoying stand firm can be, and then obviously on a strength 4 guy, well, essentially a Black Orc, it can be really good, but it is situational. Yeah, I would like to see them the same size as Chaos Warriors. Yeah, I think they're way too big. Hello, Noamto. I think they're way too big right now. But it's hard to say because I haven't seen them against anything other than other necromantic teams. So it's hard to judge how big the flesh golems are, but they do look pretty huge. They look kind of mummy sized to me, but yeah, Skrull did show that on the Cyanide forums, but it was a bit unfair because the werewolves are a reskin strength 4 player, and the flesh golems are oversized in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Stand firm is either useless or incredibly annoying, and there isn't really an in between. Exactly. So it's like, so the fact you want to pay in TV for that, it makes them pretty bad value at low TV, I think, because they're not consistent. This is not the competitive league; it is still closed. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about the competitive league. You know, you pretty much you should know my opinions on that, but you know, this just want to focus on strategies and stuff. You know, like if you can get your flesh golems on the ball, it's brilliant. Yeah, okay, they're taller. Yeah, okay, I guess so maybe they'll look okay. Maybe the fleshies will look okay. I'd like to see them compared to Black Orcs and that. Okay, mummies are a lot bigger than flesh golems, are they? Alright then. As long as mummies are bigger than flesh golems, taller. Focus on getting your team fucked over, yeah. Yeah, for you want to get obviously your flesh golem. You want to make the flesh golems stand firm matter, and you want to get them also, you know, taking up 2 players if you can. Like this, a standard mummy thing is to get them taking up 2 players, but they're movement 3. But these are movement 4. You can actually see now he's let me mark the cage here. Well, not mark the cage, mark the ball with the flesh golem, hasn't he? If I blitz with him. I can't blitz with anyone else and get him in. But I think it's worth it because it becomes a problem for him having flesh golems in here. As much as I would love to blitz somebody with a werewolf, and of course this is why I don't like the 2 reroll build, because you have 2 players with block, and you've got and if you go with this build, you've got 2 players with frenzy without block, which is really, really dicey. You know, they're so dicey if you go this 2 reroll build. So I think this is why I prefer the one where I really I'm at a loss as to how you're supposed to pronounce it. I don't want my dogs to get hit. I'll call them dogs. And just base all of his players, because then it makes it harder for him, doesn't it? All men's contact is a perfectly fine strategy when you've got. There's a surprise necromantic. Yeah, double werewolf. Just because then there's more chance of seeing the animations for werewolves breaking armor and stuff, or like failing dodges. Both pronunciations are correct. All right. It's just that Weeksy always insulted me when I well, not insulted me, like, you know, took the mick out of me. Yeah, the payoffs can be massive with double werewolf, but it's a lot less consistent, isn't it? Because it's kind of got more power but less consistency. We've both lost a reroll on turn 1. Yeah, that's first. So he got the power that he needed there. Lucky boy. Yeah, because the undead showcase, if you're new to Blood Bowl 2 in general, the undead showcase will have all the cool animations, whereas I just wanted to see, like, you know, this one there's no need for ghouls because ghouls are in the undead team basically. That's what that was my thinking. So yeah, I did try to do this video before, but got 3 cards in, like, I took 3 cards in 6 turns, and it was just a mess. So there was no point keeping that game in. Right, so we've got dogs. How do the dogs do things? I mean, that was crazy because he didn't need a handoff there. He could have just run away. He actually got the knockdown that he needed, then didn't run away. It's not so easy, this, is it? Just hit somebody. Do I go down to 0 rerolls on turn 2? I guess I can't. This is probably my play that's been knocked out. No. So maybe San had to fix this bug. No, he powered the flesh golem that was basing him. He got the power on the flesh golem that was basing him, then just hand off. Very strange. So that demonstrated perfectly the strengths and weaknesses of werewolves there, as he was forced into making an extra block without block, and caused a turnover. There you go. It's really tough with only 2 block. I mean, I think it's crazy to not have 3 rerolls. This is why I take 3 rerolls with undead. And undead have like starting dodge, and if you go with this start, you've got no starting dodge and only 2 rerolls. I think 2 rerolls and 2 block and 2 frenzy. It's really risky start. I don't advise it if you're a beginner. I think if your goal is to grind out loads and loads of games with a team and like in a ladder, this kind of start is better because your 6 players that retain star player points the best. You know, start off. I wouldn't say Necro are too strong at all. As a starting team, no way are they too strong. They're good, but no way are they too strong at low TV. Like at low TV, Undead are clearly stronger, I think. But Necro are definitely strong at all TVs. But they just, I would say they're never broken. I would say they're never too strong. Funnily enough, although they are strong at all TVs, I would say they're never too strong. It's similar to Chaos Dwarves, like, you know, Chaos Dwarves and hello Mohgans. Yeah, it's similar to Dark Elves and Chaos Dwarves. I mean, they're the 3 teams that I'd put top for leagues. They're never bad at any TV, but they're never really ridiculously overpowered at any TV. Wow. But I would say that Chaos Dwarves are probably yeah, for the first Necro game, yeah, there was a failed effort first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 GFIs for assists. Have no option but to re-roll these. I should have stood this guy up first and this guy, seeing as I wasn't going to do anything else. There's a pro tip: don't be like me. Because sometimes, you know, you want to dodge these guys out, so you do them last, but they were never going to get dodged out. Shouldn't he have turned over? Or does it happen at the end now? You can't hear the audio from work. I mean, you've muted it rather than I'm too quiet. I can just go for this pickup, I think. There's nothing. No reason not to. Quite like the long hair and the new Apple headphone. So I mean, I don't really want to make a 1 die here anywhere. I could make a 1 die here, and if it's a push, make a 2 die here. But if I skull, how bad is it if I skull? Not actually that bad. Okay, a skull here isn't so bad. Annoying flesh golem. payoff here. There's a 50-50 chance of putting his flesh golem down, isn't there? 1 in 6 chance of something bad happening. So yeah, I'll go for this. Yeah, that's okay. It puts his fleshy on the ground, which is good for me, isn't it? Ultimately, I would have really liked to have got a push there, just so that this guy could have come back to protect the werewolf from a 1 dice. So I'd have really loved to. So yeah, stand firm was pretty OP there. It can be really great stand firm. It really can be. But he's out of rerolls by on turn 4. He's out of rerolls. This perfectly demonstrates the weakness of this start. But I mean, you do have more raw power. Yeah, as somebody said there in the comments, you've got more power by going with this start. But you've got less reliability, and that's the trade-off you've got to make with a lot of starts, really. You know, like the classic Lizardman, I think the only way to start Lizardmen is 6 Saurus, 1 Crocs, 4 Skinks, 2 rerolls. And some people like starting with 6 Saurus, 5 Skinks, 3 rerolls because they get more reliability. And in that case, I would never go the reliability route, because I feel the difference in power between having a Croxagore or not is too big. Whereas here, I think you've got a lot of power with just 1 werewolf, and you get a lot more reliability by having that extra reroll. It's not always great mate making. It is a bit dodgy. Stand firm. It's not always amazing, but it's often amazing. It's an amazing, a surprising amount of the time. Well done, Jurenal. No, competitive ladder is not open yet. But you know, I don't even know I'm going to play in the competitive ladder. I couldn't get in the new ladder when I made this team Flashbinder. Wow, he made a 4+ instead of a 3+ dodge. Wow. This is what happens to me. You know, people don't make a 3+ dodge. They make a 4+ dodge and still make it. And then power into a stun. Good. Okay, well, can't complain anymore. That's Bloodbowl, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts. It's just that it's not always swings and roundabouts, is it? Sometimes people get punished a lot, and sometimes people don't get punished at all. Right. So now I really... Oh no, I've got a white here. Got a white here, but I would like to get the flesh golem in. Good. Whoa, I nearly made a dodge there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would like to base people and stuff. All right, screw it. Let's go for the greedy claw hit. And of course, the greedy claw hit is punished. Out of rerolls. Oh, but death. Not so punished. But of course, the regen works. You know it works because there's no animation. There's no slow motion animation. Now, I'd really like to GFI away from the fleshy, wouldn't I? Because otherwise you can block him and follow and base the ball. But I guess if he does that, I can worry about it later. So, again, I could try this 1D because nothing happens. 1/3 of the time, nothing happens. 50-50, he's down. And it's better for me if he's down. So yeah, I'm going to go for it. Yeah. Good. Good. Punished into death. Dead Undead. Sorry, I can't. I'm not looking at the chat so much. I'm trying to concentrate on the the tips kind of thing. But yeah, sometimes you get the swing, sometimes you get the roundabout. Exactly. It's like this is the bad thing about Blood Bowl is it's not guaranteed to balance out. Is it the luck in an individual game? In people's lives, the luck balances out, but in individual games or teams' lifespans, the luck does definitely not balance out. Yeah, flashbang. Long hair. Or did you think that this was behind me was hair or something? Oh no! Oh right, you posted a picture, right? Yeah, the stun was huge, but even reported your decision. Yeah, as I was saying before, Flashbang, I don't want to like do the usual rambling rants today. I just want to focus on having a good game to showcase Necromantics. But I think it's doing a good job because it shows what a double-edged sword the werewolves can be, can't it? He used my... If I'd blitzed with a white, I would have got a push, wouldn't have used a reroll. But because I blitzed with a dog, I got a push, reroll, then the frenzy hit got me a Kaz, although it cost me a reroll. So it absolutely demonstrates perfectly the double-edged sword of Necromantic. Now I'm going to blitz with the white because I really need the reliability now, don't I? But he's got the ball, so we could go here, which is all he needs to go. So yeah, I won't blitz with him. All right. And you can come in here. Okay, so now I guess the dog can blitz him. Oh, this is a wanna. Oh, I messed up. I pushed him in the wrong square, first of all. I misclicked pushing him to here because there was no way for my werewolf. I wanted to have him here so that my werewolf could blitz and push him into there and get another hit on him. And now I still imagined him here, so I was getting an assist on this block. So that was not a good play at all. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, Jaleel, Voodoo Mike does seem unreasonably reasonable lately, and yeah. That's basically because there's less opinion involved, isn't there? When there's less opinion involved, he's more reasonable. Dode's very reasonable when there's no opinion involved. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. Right. Let's just go for punchings. Okay, so the dog can come in here now, can't he? Right, so that's kind of caging a little bit, isn't it? Which is always a good idea. This allows him to 1D the flesh golem, which isn't so good, which is why I was going to move him here. But on the other hand, I didn't want to get my werewolf 1D'd either. So you've got to protect your werewolves. Pretty sure I did a frivolous reroll here and there. Arguably on turn 1, my first block was both down. I could have arguably rerolled that. The second turn, I both down, didn't reroll that. And then, I can't remember when I used my last reroll. Second reroll. Yeah, so actually it was the fact that I didn't frivolously reroll is what's got me in this position. Otherwise, I can't remember what the last reroll was. I can't remember the second reroll. But yeah, a lot of people would have rerolled that block that I made on turn 2, wouldn't they? And if you go with this build, you really have to ration your rerolls. Midnight Spookies did not ration their rerolls. Oh yeah, on the death, yeah, the death. I obviously, because that was to go and get the ball and stuff. So yeah, well remembered, Morgans, yeah. And which I wouldn't have had to use that. So that was okay. Yeah, sorry, Sir Ironclad. I will tweet whenever I go live in future. I will remember that. Yeah, it was the second greedy claw on the white. Yeah, if I was just trying to get the push or knockdown, I would have blitzed with a white. But I went greedy and did it with the dog so that I could maybe hurt him with claw. So it was a greed. The reroll was from a greedy instance. That was probably bad play. I probably should have made that 3 dice. Because all these players were down. I could have made that 3 dice. But, oh, hi, oh, Snoopy, thank you very much for the follow. He'll come up eventually, I think.
I feel the need for speed.
Yeah, I don't know why fleshies have the pull the rug from under you animation, but I think it's kind of cool, isn't it? Kind of. Hey, I mean, this is a great advert for why 2 rerolls is bad. I mean, we've both failed loads and loads of rolls. Unfortunately, I can't make 3 dice on his werewolf, so I'll just score. And scoring with a white is okay, isn't it? It's not the end of the world. Oh, I didn't say who you'd want to focus your star player points on, really. That was another thing I should have put in the video. I like focusing my points on the werewolf because they're the best players. Obviously, eventually you want to try to hand off to fleshies when you can. Oh no, they were mine. That was good. No, they weren't. That was his. Oh shit. So I made a Kaz and 2 KOs, and they all recovered. He made 1 KO and it didn't recover. Pretty annoying. No, 3 rerolls wouldn't improve much of all the double skulls. True, Normto, but it does show how risky it is only having 2, doesn't it? Obviously, you can't bank on getting this many double skulls every match. You shouldn't be quite this unlucky. But because you've got 2 dogs, it makes you want to get greedy and block with them. As opposed to just making your safe blocks with your block players. I could plan for the quick snap to surf this guy. But I don't want my dogs to get counter surfed. This is okay. A bit of an overcommit to the line. Could bring a couple of guys back to stop the blitz a little bit, but okay. Yeah, I did score in his half. Yeah, it's true. That's true. But I like to think that I scored in his half through good play. With quick snap, I would serve. I'll show us he's blitzing me. As I said, I left myself open to blitz here. With a player here, with quick snap, I could move him here. And then I would blitz here. My werewolf would blitz from here, push him to there, then push him to there. And then my quick snap play would be able to block him off. So that's how I would be able to surf if I'd got a quick snap. But I wouldn't want my werewolf to get maybe counter-surfed. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay, removing his players helped a lot. Yeah, that's true, Bleeding Hippie. That is true, yeah. Fair play. But it is annoying to get 3 removals and them all to come back, isn't it? He made 4+ rolls. But yeah, I guess I got luckier than him to get 3 removals. Very fair point. He definitely got lucky with a blitz, but it looks like it's going to be a touchback, doesn't it? So he's going through crazy like this, and it doesn't really matter. It looks like surely it looks like the ball's going off the pitch. Well, thank you very much. Can't log on. Right, let me check Twitch alerts here to see what was said there. I could not. I did not have the reaction speed to read it out. Oh, what's this here? Let's have a look. £5.81. Get some stimulates. That's where I can watch a 24-hour stream. Thanks for the entertainment. Should Brits add a female player, and what abilities? Right. Well, I will answer that by saying, I actually mean Brett's, like Lady of the Lake kind of thing. They could have a Blessing of the Lady. This was an idea someone had, and like there was a card in the old rules where you had something like, for a turn everyone's got Mighty Blow or something, and you could definitely have something like that with Brett, which would be pretty interesting, I think. I think I'm just going to go for the second touchdown, then I've won, haven't I? So, actually could have given the ball to him. You've got to set up a frenzy here, haven't I? This is my last risky move. Of course it's a push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 GFIs. This was bad. I should have given the ball to him and just blitzed away and ran away. That's absolutely what I should have done. Blitzed him actually and just ran away over here. One GFI can get to there. I've got to make this block first. I guess it should be a... Oh no, this guy can blitz, can't he? And I just want to make this block because he's got claw. So I'm exposing my werewolf to getting punched a bit here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A GFI to here. He can run around and get me with his movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can one dice relatively easily, but these are in tackle zones. So I could actually move him to here. So that he can't get a 2 die at least. Well, he can if he 1 die pals him. Oh well. Screw it. It's not the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't have given the ball to the field goal. Field goal. I just said field goal because of I was playing Madden yesterday, so I said field goal instead of flesh golem. No flesh golem goal ball. No, I would have given it to this one maybe, this werewolf maybe, and then just ran away and made a break. Not go for 3-0 just because I want to be able to score whenever I can. Like if I go 2-0, I'm not going to draw 2-2. Basically, I don't think. And I go to guard. I go guard on the whites. You can yeah. So he did make that 1 die block to get the 2D. So I guess that was a bit of a mistake by me. Maybe I should have made another GFI or something. It was tough. It was tough though because I had to base him and I didn't want to make GFIs and stuff. Yeah, it is a swift running animation, yeah, definitely. Because I guess because they increase the speed of undead, they maybe increase the speed of Cheney as well. Yeah, I give the whites guard. Not many people know what interesting means. Yeah, it's true. Right, so yeah. So I really messed up here with the positioning of this dog. Really messed up. Really terribly messed up. I did, and punished by an arm break. Yeah, that was terrible play by me. I should have absolutely handed it. I should have given the touch back to him, blitzed with him, and just ran away over here. That's what I should have done. But instead, I couldn't stop being caught by this dog. So, yeah. But yeah, I go guard for my whites. It's in the YouTube video there. The YouTube guide says I take guard. No, this morning bleeding hippie, but seeing as they're French, that could be any time, couldn't it? Right. So I guess we free up a dog here. I have to do this. There's no other option. And that's good. That puts 2 players in. Well, would have put 2 players into the flesh golem. But now the flesh golem gets to hit anyway eventually. He's occupying one, which is good. And he can push him and follow up to counter this assist. The werewolf can blitz his werewolf, then assist over here. So that seems like a good idea. So he's going to go there. He's going to stand up. Close and I. Wait. Actually get a pal. This isn't going great considering it's my drive, but I mean he did get a blitz, didn't he? But these 2 KOs are great for me, aren't they? I've got lucky there. Got a chance to get the ball down here. Got it. But just no recovery. You might not want to use it here, but hey, flesh golem with the ball. Pretty funny. This is a bit risky because if I won in 9, I would really want to re-roll it. So I could have thought about not making that block. Oh, there you go. Finally get to see the flesh golem animation in slow motion there. That was a good turn, wasn't it? But yeah, I really messed up with that touchback. Silly giving it the deep wolf there. Yeah, cheeky 6+. It happens though, doesn't it? It happens. Yeah, it's great that they've increased the speed of the undead animations. They were so slow before, wandering around. That's a really good change they've made. This isn't not easy for him, is it, to get 2D on the ball now? Elf golems. Yeah, exactly. So it's funny. Both of our flesh golems catching balls. But definitely, like this is the real weakness of Necro, is you counter them just by basing them. And I actually don't want to use stand firm. Because now if he skulls out, I wouldn't have been and already I'm in less tackle zones anyway, so I think I'm in a better position. He skulled out. Get out of it. Thank you, Dan Banker. Thank you for the follow, sir. Yes. Fleshy TD. It could happen. Right. He could stand up, he could blitz. It's just a little bit tough, isn't it? It's a little bit tough. Even though I'm up 2 players. Because I guess it's just so hard for him to hit me. Could blitz over here. Okay. So this lets us run away a little bit. Run away with the ball. And alright, I'll do a 2D into a 1D. Lucky boy. Don't really want to leave this werewolf able to get up easily, but this one's already marked. Could base him and then 2D him, but I just don't think it's an issue, is it? I've got strength 4. Keeping him based is fine. Yeah. Yeah, keep everybody where they are. No, yeah, of course. No, it's absolutely fine scoring with a flesh golem. Ah, yes, 1 square north did now the owner 3+. That's an absolutely fair thing. But on the other hand, I would have let him go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or something. But yeah, that might have been the right play, Flashbinder. Yeah, definitely. But that's a very good point. Even whether it was the right play or not, if they've got somebody down here, yeah, by moving up here, he can't dodge. You'd have to dodge away on a 4s here, but this way it'd have to be a 3+. So yeah, I think you could definitely argue this as being the optimal play. It is hard to say that anything's objectively optimal, isn't it, in any situation? But yeah, that looked like, usually that's going to be. I don't think many people would argue that that's optimal. So yeah, good call, Fash. Yeah, exactly. It is all about trapping people in. Like it's a lot easier when, like, you can do it just with 2 players. Like here, if this guy wasn't here, I often have 1 player basing him and another player over here, so we can't get an easy dodge out. Okay. So I mean, this half, nothing's gone wrong, has it? Like, apart from I played a bit badly. I really want to foul him, so I will. It's only +1. But that's another weakness, is that if people knock down your werewolves, they tend to foul them, and it can be painful for them. So now I see the bad thing is, by moving him here, if he was here, he would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now he can go 1, 2, 3. Oh no, sorry, he's got 5, hasn't he? So he would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with 2 GFIs, he can get a lot closer, but I don't think it matters too much. I think 99 times out of 100, Flashbinder would have been right by saying move him 1 north.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Bullshit. You can be mine.
Yeah, I should leave it on for a few seconds longer, shouldn't I, that? But, yeah. Thanks, Morgans. Yeah, you can be my wingman anytime, Flashbang. So yeah, this has been a tale of two halves, hasn't it? The first half, everything failed for both sides, and it really looked like a bad team because you were using all of your rerolls. Now, you know, you've got the power of werewolves recovering from a blitz and my bad play. So it has definitely been a tale of two halves. But yeah, see, now that has let him get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, GFI, GFI. Let's get him, let him get 3 squares closer by moving him in, but I do think it was the right thing to do. And then this is a good little thing. If you've got your guy here, I often will base the player there, so they've got to make a 4+ dodge to hit the ball. And obviously in this case it's a 5+ dodge because he's a whatever he is, zombie. I don't know why I did that first. I was thinking I had to free somebody up to do this blitz, and I obviously don't need to free anybody up to do this blitz. Got him. I know I did push a werewolf close at the ball, but the method in my madness was that he's a werewolf and I'm going to foul him. Oh dear. Right. You can't beat the Top Gun references, can you? I like that he's got no rerolls yet he did all of this stuff here. Sadly, there's been no surfing. Normally werewolves should get to push people off the pitch, send them crowd surfing, but not this match. Hey. Like, if you can't get away from them, I think that this is the way to kind of semi-cage a ball carrier. And the best thing about the Flesh Golem ball carrier is they can't force an early score with them, can they? Which is funny. My dog wants to hit his dog. So he wants to block him. I guess I should put him over here. Nothing from the claw. Can I have a go at clawing this Flesh Golem here? I guess I should leave somebody on this dog. And we'll put this guy on this dog as well. Surprise, motherfucker! I love doing that. I love it. Only stunned. So yeah, farm those concedes. Yeah, bait cold coach to the sideline with stand firm. Yeah, I guess that's something you can do. You can bait coach to the sideline with your stand firms. But like normally, this was a weird offense because he got the blitz and I got the touchback, and then I just moved around. Like, you know, I played badly, exposed the ball to a 1 dice pow, led to a 2 dice on the ball. So I mean, you had to be a little bit lucky, I guess. But I didn't need to take that chance, I don't think. It's interesting because obviously, because stand firm is optional, you have to think about frenzy traps and stuff. But I'm going to hit his flesh golem just because he's got armor 7 and I want to hurt his best players.
I feel the need for speed.
Thank you very much for the follow, Radio Gnome 606. That was a bit silly because now I could get a counter blitz by him, so I guess I've got to mark somebody there. And it was my offensive drive here, so what I should do here, this is a nice little tip. Foul with your best player. Wait a second. Foul with your best player so that if he gets sent off, he can't be hit by a thrown rock. So this is actually just protecting my team doing this. Yeah, he's got the same foul as Cheney. And there you go, he's been sent off. So now if there's a turn 16 thrown rock, that will be less chance of a werewolf getting hit by said turn 16 rock.
I feel the need.
Test 556644. Is this a bot? If you're a real human, thank you for the follow. Could 3 dice. I've got. Haven't had to use a reroll this entire half. Isn't that crazy? After using them all in like. It's just a follow. Well, no, thanks. I do appreciate it. But yeah, you're not a bot. Okay. In before throwing rock on the other wolf. Yeah, that's true. Get him. 3 die. Phew. That is funny though, isn't it? That's what a tale of 2 halves. First, I mean, he used his rerolls relatively early, I think. But right. Flesh golem touchdown animation. Pretty good. Okay, there you go. That was pretty good, wasn't it? And I guess not everybody will be scoring with flesh golems. Yeah, that was okay. I mean, I don't mind getting touchdowns on flesh golems because they do want block. They get so much better with block, so much better with block. But you know, I wouldn't go out of my way. I wouldn't risk a draw or a loss to skill a flesh golem, whereas like I would risk a draw or a loss to skill a Saurus. So I'm not crazy about skilling up flesh golems, but it is nice. Okay then, test. Yeah, MVP might get us a level here. Yeah, obviously spread out LOS for the. I am British though, test, and we are very polite. Although the Canadians have tried to steal our crown as being the most polite people, and we're so polite we don't even get mad that they're stealing that. Pretty funny. Oh, you got a riot, but still 2-0 up means it's over. Well, I actually like to kick. If I'm trying to win my hardest... Oh, I should have actually zoomed in on the players, shouldn't I, at the start? But never mind, it's too late now. People have made it all the way at the end. I think they look great, the werewolves. They're just Cheney, reskin Cheney, but they still look great. Yeah, so if I was just trying my hardest to win, I would probably kick. because offense is harder than defense with rookie teams in general, because defensively you can just base all men's, but it is risky then if you start off basing all men's. It's risky, so it's a tough call. But I would I lost the ball on offense, and he lost the ball on offense. It's just that I recovered it both times. So I would say offense is definitely harder. And also, you know what you have to do in the second half. If you want to win at all costs, I would go receive, kick. If you're okay with a draw, then I would say receive. Try to get 1-0 up at half time, and then worst thing that can happen is you draw. Then, isn't it? So it's hard to say. You know, like if you're giving up 2 claw hits on turn 1, then that can really make you struggle for the rest of the match. So it's 6 and 2 threes in many ways. He's fouling with his dog. Yeah, English people do get mad. Yeah, when you call football soccer. Yeah, that's true. They also get mad when you say they got lucky in a game of Bloodbowl. But if you just want to skill up, then I guess you would definitely receive, because your opponent might concede, and especially in Col. In Col, your opponent might concede, so you should always receive. In Col, I'm not going to rise to your bait there, Flashbinder. Right, so I guess we should move people into the end zone to protect them. Protect them from a werewolf blitz on turn 16. Yeah, it's called ice hockey to differentiate from hockey. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the ice hockey, it's not a fair comparison, is it? Because there is hockey and there is ice hockey. But football is soccer. They're just different words for it, aren't they? You know, I know the story, association football and then soccer or football, but soccer's just an alternative word for football, isn't it? Whereas hockey shouldn't be an alternative word for ice hockey. So even there, we're more reasonable than them. Oh, see a flash goal on animation. That's nice of him. Whoa, that's a good stomp. Well, that was... Oh shit, I need... God, I knocked my mic over there. How very unprofessional. That was really nice of him making that foul. Brilliant. Not many people are going to foul with flesh golems. Ooh. Yeah, Flashbinder. He probably doesn't. He probably thinks that I'm really salty that he fouled on turn 16, but it was actually great seeing the flash golem animation without having the fouling animation. I can't believe it took me so long to see the Minotaur fouling animation. There's so many animations I haven't seen in this game. So that went pretty well, didn't it? In the end, yeah, he's just the same as Cheney, isn't he? Just the same. But I mean, that's good because Cheney's a great model, isn't it? So reroll 3, white. There's no reason not to, is there? You get worse a third of the time, get better 50% of the time. You're not going to. I guess you could buy a ghoul. So the argument could be that you don't reroll this and you buy a ghoul as your 12th player. But I think seeing as the object, and my objective is to get a third reroll first, I would reroll this. Get the same thing anyway. And we got nearly the same amount of armor breaks in the end. I outblocked him massively. So it was kind of fair that I got more Kaz and KO, I think. Right. But no levels. But still a nice spread of SPP, isn't there? 2, 3, 2, 3, 5. So that was pretty. Yep. So that's right. Anyway, let's not have a crazy thing in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that video. Anyway, that was just like, you know, a kind of average game there. It was good that he didn't concede. That actually made it not an average game in Cabal Vision on official league. But hopefully, you know, you got to see the team a bit there, a bit of tactics. It was a bit lame it being a mirror match. I would have rather played like a different team. But Necromantic are just essentially like every other kind of bashy team. They're just a little bit lighter than other bash teams. They're very similar to Undead, and like Bretonians and Humans, like a light bash team. But they've got more power with werewolves being unbelievable, and they've got a couple of like mega black orcs, haven't they? With these three skills they get for 30k. So thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much. See you next time.